Khalil Gibran once said, "To understand the heart and mind of a person, look not at what he has already achieved, but what he aspires to be." No one else embodies this spirit better than this year's AM Person of the Year. Born and raised in the Middle East Adland, Akram Miknas' journey began as an aspiring marketing entrepreneur in 1968. A true ambassador of the modern marketing communications industry, the chairman of Middle East Communications Network for MCN is credited in championing principles that 5 decades later continue to survive the test of time and record growth. Like any success story, the beginning was not so easy.
I was only 21 years old, and we had a bad client, and we basically almost went bankrupt. And so that we had crossed the first milestone by continuing to be there. I lost my partners, but I continued. I was obstinate. I said, no, I'm going to continue.
It was this passion and the never take no for an answer attitude that kept Akram Miknas going. Yet another crossroad came when he had to leave Beirut and find a new home.
Probably the second milestone is when I had to leave Lebanon because of the war in Lebanon, and it was a civil war, as you know. Leaving Lebanon with almost $500 in my pocket, and came to Dubai and started my first agency.
The once nearly broke entrepreneur was well on his way to become a force to reckon with. MCN was on fast track to be the largest marketing and communications group in the Arab world. The agency grew beyond its humble beginnings to a home of global brands, making MENA a significant market for Interpublic Group. Mr. Miknas' aspiration to build a legacy that goes beyond marketing and advertising saw him enter new business streams such as real estate. His success was validated further by becoming the franchisee of McDonald's in Lebanon.
Akram is a very passionate and humble leader, I would say. Passionate in the sense, of loving what he does and doing the best, for his customers as well as for his people, and humble also in the way that he conducts himself. So he's a true leader in my view, and thanks to his leadership, we work very closely. When I used to be with McDonald's for years, and forging a very strong relationship, over 17 years together.
As he celebrates the golden jubilee of a career that is the envy of many, he continues to influence and inspire all around him.
I think there are frustrations, and many of us feel that the market is very tough and very difficult. But I keep on telling everybody, I was born when Israel took over Palestine. That was major. That was a big war.
Even as his empire grew in its power and footprint, the business baron calls advertising his first love, a sector that he says is timeless in its purpose and appeal.
Advertising will always be there and continues as long as there is competitiveness between human beings. Advertising will continue to be here. It will take new shapes, new roles, and to become, in my opinion, more and more, not complicated, but more and more of a science.
He is raring to go, aspiring for newer heights, and is fearless in his approach.
I have no fear at all.
It is this spirit that makes Akram Miknas the AM Person of the Year 2018.
Congratulations, Akram, on being named AM Person of the Year. Such a well-deserved recognition. Through your passion and leadership, MCN has become the largest marketing and communication network in the area. At IPG, we're very proud of what you and MCN has accomplished. Thank you for all your support.
Let me congratulate Akram, for winning this prestigious award. For me, it's really a source of pleasure, to be able, just to talk very briefly about, Akram. I've known Akram for over 25 years. Started, as a professional sort of relationship, but over the years, developed, to become more of a friendship. Leaders, in various industries work, very diligently, and it's always refreshing, and warm, to be recognized for their efforts. So really, I thank you, for choosing Akram. He's really a hero, and he deserves this award.
I'm very happy and delighted that Akram has been rewarded and nominated the Person of the Year. I think he deserves it. He's the founder of this company, but is as well one of the veterans of this industry. I personally admire his passion and his love to what the advertising in general. And I've seen him today as excited as I have seen him since I know him. So congratulations, Akram.
For as long as I can remember, Akram Miknas has stood out as a true pillar of the advertising industry in the MENA region, the Arab world, and beyond. As a powerhouse who has stood the test of time, Akram is a living legend who continues to make a real difference. I believe Akram's success is largely due to his unique ability to adapt to change and take up all sorts of challenges and opportunity, be they big or small. For me, it has been a lifetime honor getting to know Akram, both professionally and on a personal family level. My late father, Antoine Choueiri, counted on him as a close friend and colleague. Ever since then, the entire Choueiri family has had the pleasure of building on this relationship with Akram and his own family. On behalf of all of us at Choueiri Group, congratulations, Akram, for being honored as Arabian Marketeers 2018 Person of the Year. In our hearts and mind, no one deserves this more.
I'd like to congratulate Akram for this amazing achievement, and I couldn't imagine a better person receiving that appreciation and reward and award. I've known Akram, I think now for about 15 or 16 years, and he is for me a true inspirational leader. He is one of the most creative people. He's fun. He has amazing leadership skills. He is an inspiration for every kind of generation.
I want to congratulate Akram Miknas, my father, on this prestigious award. I'm very, very proud. Just to start with an anecdote, I was recently at a meeting together with him, and I'm not very often at meetings with him, and I realized at some point we were standing in the same posture, we had the same expression on our face, we would say the same kind of things, and I realized it was like a Twilight Zone moment. And it just goes to show, I think I've probably learned more from him than I'll ever realize. And all of his achievements in our part of the world is, something that for me, if I achieve half of it, I would be very, very proud and would be able to leave this profession as an accomplished person. Congratulations, this is awesome.